Okay. Okay. Wait. There are my 5 people. Okay. My speech is on schizophrenia. Schizophrenia. Schizophrenia is a mental disorder that can cause extreme psychosis and hallucinations. Um, Schizophrenia is usually caused by problems in the brain, such as like chemical imbalances and loss of connection between certain areas. It was discovered in the 19th century by Dr. Emil Kraepelin, who he believed it to be a type of dementia that would progressively get worse. And later on, Eugene Bleuler was the first person to actually use the term schizophrenia for it. Then later in the Victorian era, there were asylums created specifically for schizophrenic people, where they would stay for a couple years, and most of the time, their whole lives. Um, they would use different methods, such as electric shock therapy, brain surgery, and large doses of sedatives, which that term would later be known as chemical kosh. And a large amount of these asylums were abusive to their patients, but there were a select few that did actually help their patients to make progress. Um, During the mid 20th century, new antihistamine drugs were made that were found to actually help schizophrenic people. Doctors would report that the symptoms were controlled by it, and it made them calmer. These were the first known antipsychotic drugs. In the 50s, many schizophrenic people were allowed to be out of hospitals. It was really hard for most of them at first, especially the ones who were there long term. And then later in 1983, they passed the Mental Health Act, which permitted all people with schizophrenia to be put back in hospitals. Not because most of them were dangerous, but so people, the ones who were in dire need of treatment, would have easy access to the resources to have it. And today, around 220,000 people suffer from schizophrenia, and many don't work and instead live off of benefits and treatments are still provided for people with schizophrenia, including antipsychotics, sectioning, which is known as compulsory confinement, and psychiatrists and therapy. Thank you for listening to my speech.